Yeah, y'all, this is difficult. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with another American reaction.
Yeah.
Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us
And we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's
Forty slate. So this is called cowrie shell, as you can see. Okay. So those are the kind of currency our forefather used then.
Yeah, this is what they used to use as means of exchange.
Yeah, but when they came, them say they can do business with our forefather with this kind of money. Right on the wall, these were some of the European products that were used in exchange for the slave when they arrived. Like if the European give you one umbrella, you give them 40 human beings as a slave.
Okay.
For an umbrella. Now, listen, I know he said he was going to get to the point where he said how it all started. We're right into the mix of slavery. And I know there's so much more positivity, like before they made slaves, you know what I'm saying? But again, I need to hear, you know what I'm saying, who they were before captivity, before all this craziness went on. You know what I'm saying?
I would love that.
I think that's why my headspace at, because here where we are, you know, we get a lot of slave movies. Like that's really kind of the main things they put out there.
But you know what, babe? And I've made that comment too, that I'm just so tired of it just being the slave movie after slave movie. But you know what? Because we have a new generation of people, and we have people all over the world who don't know what happened like we know what happened. You know, it's needed.
It is needed.
But for us, we want those stories. We want those movies of who we were before.
Right.
We want that. So the movies that's coming out, like, of course I know Wakanda is not real, but we need that, and we need the non-fictional version.
The image was so healthy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't terrifying. It wasn't like a scary movie. It was like a real healthy image of royalty, riches, fields, glory. You know what I'm saying? And then we just hit to this point where it changed and whoops. And like, ew.
Yeah, because y'all, for our perspective, watching a slave movie, although we watch them all the time.
From knee high now, all the way to where we at now.
Yeah, because we watch it so much, to us it's like a thriller. Right? So it's like...
But I understand what you was coming from about them still making it, because names are still being coming out during these movies. So
Yeah.
names, people that done great things during these times of slavery.
Yeah.
That's important.
Think
I feel
about
like
the
they
new-
need to put that out.
Right, like the new movie Emancipation.
Right.
That man being in Louisiana, that could have been our uncle.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
An umbrella for 40 people. What? Do it
Was
rain
it-
that much?
So
Up there?
was it? Can't be that serious, y'all. Not for no umbrella. So what is the real point of the slave action happening? Was it because they came to them and they just took them and said, "Hey, you know what? This is what we came to do. We're gonna take care." Or was it a war that happened
It was a lot that happened.
that they
in
lost
different-
and they started becoming colonized, and that's how they started to make the transition of people being captured like that?
It was a lot. You know, I've read a lot of different accounts, and it was different per region. You know, it was a lot. It was
Okay,
a lot
yeah.
of swindling. It was a lot of false promises. It was a lot.
Manipulation at its finest.
Manipulate umbrella for 40 people.
There you go. That's crazy.
But is this one of the rooms that
Yeah, this is
40 people?
Yes, yeah.
40 people?
40, yeah.
Inside here?
Yeah, and we have 40 rooms in the compound.
Wow.
This one is called blind yoke. They use it to join two slaves together. They put this at the ankle or the
Okay, to join two slaves together by the leg.
So pause, bro. Like, so they came prepared. Like before they knew they was gonna make these people slaves.
They plotted.
Y'all had all these equipments already.
They plotted. They plotted.
Small window tile. Can you see that small window there?
Yeah.
And that's what we provided the
Yeah, like
legislation.
jail.
Imagine 40 able human beings in there for 3 to 4 months. This
40
where they
human
eat,
beings
do
inside here.
everything. Imagine the odor, the heat. Imagine how many human beings because they will have died here. That's the reason when people come there, tell them you are not here to cash from, but just to feel the pain the people of the past have felt. And those are the items that I show you on the wall. Each go for 10 slaves. These are 50 human beings. Look at your back there. This bottle, if you look closely at the body, you see it's in 73. They customized on the body.
Yeah,
That's
it's
10
in
human
73.
beings standing. So,
Guys, can you imagine the conditions that the slaves had to live in? 40 people in a room that is not even enough for one person. 40 people had to stay inside that room. I can't even begin to imagine how most of them would have felt.
so these are the canon.
Okay.
100, that's 200 slaves.
For this cannons
You
here.
can't give you the long one, you give them 100 human beings, another 100. That's
Wow. These are the chains they use for the
You
slaves.
can see, that's why I say you can see how
Wow.
wish. How do you want to
So they
try
put it, yeah, let me
Yeah.
try it.
Okay, so just tell the people how you feel.
Wow, this is heavy, man. Fuck, this is heavy. Ouch. It's even drawing my
Can I help
neck.
you?
Guys, this is heavy, man. And this is what they wear on their neck, all true.
Yes, there will be, it should be in a single
Yeah.
file, you know, in a straight row. This is another neck, another neck. It could have been like 100 of them.
Wow, man, guys, this is very heavy. And they wear this all day, every time.
Yeah, while they're taking it away.
And it's even, this thing at the back is so not comfortable.
And that's their drinking pot here.
Oh, this is where they drink
And they
from.
don't allow them to use cup, but they almost they tie the hand at the back, they drink water this way.
Wow.
So
Everybody goes
yeah,
in.
imagine why the water gets below, while struggling, the head can still injure the slave.
Wow. Just putting the chain on my neck, those chains were so heavy and it was hurting my neck, as you can see in the video. And these people had to go through all of this and they had no choice. Separated from their families, separated from everybody that they knew, and sold. As you can imagine how these people were treated. So now we're going to the point of no return. And for us to do that, we have to cross over this lagoon here and get to the other side. That's where we see the point of no return. Point of no return is a point where once slaves get to, they can't come back anymore.
You know, Badagry was founded around 1425
Okay.
by a man called Agbede.
Agbede. Okay.
Yeah. And Agbede means blacks meat in Yorubas. The slave ship, which is called cargo ship,
Okay.
will be awaiting the slave
On the other side.
at the other side of the
That's
beach.
at the Atlantic
Yeah,
Ocean.
ocean, yeah. They will come in, get to the town, get the number of slaves that they want.
Okay.
After getting the slaves, they will now walk them in a single file.
Down to the beach.
They'll be in a straight roll.
Wow.
And that heavy chain will be on their necks.
You know, most times when they talk about the slave trade,
Okay.
it's always looking like, okay, it's just only the Europeans that were selling slaves. But it kind of seems like we Nigerians were also selling ourselves as slaves.
Very, very correct. Like me, that I'm standing with you.
Yeah.
My forefathers were not slave traders, but we own slaves.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You understand? How do we own our slave? If you have the money, then
Yeah.
you can move down to the market.
Yeah.
If you had the money. Yeah, y'all, this is difficult. I can't imagine, like, just watching the imagery of it and him explaining how the chains felt, walking down and knowing that you're about to be booked onto a ship where no one is there to say, you know what, let's stop all this from happening. Like, you have none of that, like, nothing is, nobody's coming to save you. Like, that energy is probably like, oh, Lord.
It's I don't have the words for what I'm feeling. This man knows his history of his own family, and he has chosen to preserve the history to share what happened. And he's being honest and truthful, and I respect that. But this hurts.
Yeah.
And buy your slaves. In the
Okay.
market, you buy slaves.
Wow. So they used to sell slaves like food.
Something
Like
like
going to Mr.
You
Biggs.
see, this is what really happened. It's of two sides of it.
Okay.
In some part of Congo, even part of Nigeria,
Yeah.
there's some places that they invaded
Okay.
and they took the people away forcefully as a slave.
Okay.
But in some part of it, there's some part where by the Africans, locals or the chiefs, the warrior, they are also their facilitator. They sell their own people. Because when they came, okay, they, we fought war then.
Okay.
Man want to dominate your domain, your kingdom.
Okay.
You understand? That ego is within us. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So, like now, if your village and my village had a fight,
Yeah.
eventually, if you won the fight, you take the people away as a slave to your own town.
To your own time.
So was this the question that I had asked that he just answered? But it's more terrible because it was among themselves. So my next question is, were they doing... well, I don't have... No, that's not a question. I'm going to ask that. You, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Just
And
like,
they
yeah.
walking here, you understand?
Just like they do in war. And,
war,
yeah.
the victim of war, you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So they will be working for you.
Yeah.
But when the Europeans came, they made the trade on ground.
Oh, they made the slave trade. So the slave trade
Yes.
was already happening when they
before
came.
they arrived, yeah.
Wow.
So they met the trade on ground.
Okay.
We been enslaving ourselves before they arrive Africa. We betrayed ourselves, which is still happening up to date.
Up to today, yeah. That's where I'm going to with this, yeah.
So if you check record, go and check record, or quote me.
Yeah.
Most of the slave facilitators, their children were the ones still ruling in Africa up to date. Yeah. So you see the same.
Pause, bro. What? Did he just say that we was like
Now,
enslaving ourselves before they came and actually started taking people out for slavery? Like, was that what he
it's
just
like they
said?
came and they
Capitalized off of
they
what?
capitalized and they took it too far. They took it too far.
Well, we don't know what too far. Well, we know
Too
that.
far mean around the world.
Yeah, they made it a.
They was like, oh, y'all doing this? Bet. I'll be back. And they came back with the big chips. Child, look. Now, I've known some parts of this. As in, we've always heard, oh, y'all sold y'all people. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, that goes against a lot of stuff now because that's just how you learn things every day, huh?
System going on up till date. The blames are on both sides. The European and the African. Facilitators. You understand?
Yeah.
As a child, when I was growing up, the story my own forefather, my grandfather, my father used to tell me then about who we are on the surface of earth. I realized that we are very, very powerful. We can disappear. You can tell the ground to open, it will open.
That's Africans, right?
Africa, yes.
Yeah.
How comes the European comes around and force our
So did that another answer? Was this us before time we was able to do these type of, you know what I'm saying? But then for the people, they'd be like, nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's stick with what he's saying. It was y'all selling yourselves among yourselves. Before that, Hey.
This.
Us to
Yeah,
do
you
what we
understand?
didn't want to do, yeah?
Later, as I'm going to now realize that we sold
Ourselves.
ourselves into slavery. They know that we are very, very powerful. They know who we are. You
But
understand?
it seems we don't know we are. We don't know the power that we have.
We know that we are very powerful. Out of 12 disciples, there will always be a Judas.
We are Judas.
You understand? Somebody must betray one person. You understand? Slave spirit add to a nation.
Well.
Let's say the water. To buttress. Now, who dug this well? That's the question. This well was dug by the African chiefs. Why do they have to do the well? Good. Now, the movement of Africans to America through that, it's known as Middle Passage. They call it Middle Passage. And the name of the slave ship is called cargo ship, which could take like 600, 700. You know, it was the Portuguese that started the trade.
Yeah.
Most of the slaves moved from Africa then, they stood into Lisbon.
Okay.
Lisbon is a very big slave market in Portugal then.
Yeah.
Where everybody get their slave. Then later, along with that, the English joined. And the name of the first slave ship is being Jesus of Lubeck, or Good Ship Jesus, owned by King Henry VIII of England then. But later, Queen Elizabeth rented it out to one of slave party called John Hawkins. And they started taking Africans away as a slave to work for them. And most of the town in America, even though the White House underground was built by
black people.
Black people. Now, on the slave ship, we could have like 600, 7, 3, 200. It depends the size of the slave ship. And the crew that were taking the slave away, they are no more than probably 25 to 30 people. They were taking like 600 or 300 slaves away. So most often, why taking it away? If the slaves spotted the land and it's aggravated, you understand, or they have any opportunity, they'll kill all the crew on board. They will not add the sailor to sail down to any available land. They will not occupy. The only person they will not kill them is the sailor. They will ask the sailor to sail back to any available. I think that's what happened in Guadeloupe and some part, most of the Caribbeans. Those
okay.
Haiti, Bahama,
all those places, yeah.
The African chiefs came up with idea. What can they do so that the slave will be less aggressive? That's where they have to do the well. And once the slave walk in a single file without heavy chain, the stopover will be here. They will give them the water to drink. When they consume the water, we are told that they will lose their memory.
Wow, it will wipe their memory?
But it's not for life, for 3 to 4 months. It will weaken them, not really that it will wipe, because we wipe their memory. Why are they taking them as they wipe? You know, they can't.
Sure, they can't do anything. Wow.
So it will weaken them for 3 to 4 months. By then they will have sailed down to Europe or America. They will now regain their strength or
back.
memories back.
Wow.
So government call it slave attenuation well, some call it memory loss well. But ironically, some say the water is still effective. Some say it's not effective.
So if I drink this water now, I'll forget my memory for the next
I don't know how to do
4 months.
So 4 months to 3, 4 months. But some say the power is still there. Some say it's still effective. Some say it's not effective. But we don't know how to do it because we never see a single source. Okay, let
me try it.
And see if I'm gonna. Although sometimes you see some tourists say they will take it, but when we get here, you know that the water is dirty.
Dirty, yeah.
Discourage them.
Yeah.
So that's the way. Then after giving them the water, they will now move them to the point of no
return. But this well was dug by Africans.
Chiefs, yeah.
The chiefs.
Yeah. Even in Benin.
They also have one too. Okay.
Their own their own is a tree. Like this. We call it tree of memory loss. The women will go around the tree 7 times, the men 9 times, and we are told that they will lose their memory.
Lose their memory. Wow. This is the point of no return that I was telling you guys about.
They made them drink the water, go around the tree 7 times, the tree of memory loss. How long did they expect this to go on? Like, I'm thinking, like, in today's terms, 2023, if somebody did something that was so foul, such as this, that impacted all of our history, all of our way of life, all of our way of thinking, how long, like...
It would have been another plus 400. It would have been another plus 400. I mean, if it was working for all these years, it would have continued. I just think that it's just such more of a...
I feel like today, nobody gonna let that go down. I hope. But like, Child.
I could speak on that, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to even think or try to get involved into the ideology of what could possibly be, because we know what type of times we moving in. Technology is, you know what I'm saying?
Child, not me.
Technology is like is real marketable. So
By the time the slaves get
Yeah.
here, this is where they bought the ships that take them all the way to Europe and all those other countries where they are being sold.
The monument that used to be here
Yeah.
is these two straight pole here. This
Okay,
one
this
and
one's, yeah.
There used to be an object on top there.
Okay.
That the object symbolize human being, and there's a chain that connects them. We call it arc of departure.
Ark of departure.
Departure. So when they move, then they pass under the arc of departure. This is the bottom of the slave ship.
Yeah.
One slave head here. The next one that we follow
Is on the head, the leg, leg, head, yeah.
The reason that they don't want the means of communication within them.
Oh,
that's why.
wow.
So another deck. The state government came up with beautiful idea. I used to call it beautiful idea.
Okay.
That they should build another monument in conjunction with the arc of the faction, and that's why they have to control this tunnel. Now, when tourists comes here, you go in. Probably there's going to be some artwork, pictures.
Inside, yeah.
You go in as if you are going to Europe or America. Then
Yeah.
you come back to Africa.
Africa. Oh, that's how it goes.
Door of return. Instead of no more point of no
Return.
But this project that you are seeing here is getting more than probably getting to 10 years now.
10 years.
Immensely. So we don't know where they're going to
Complete it. Wow. It's very troubling to listen to and see all of the things people have been through. And when you get to this place, it's not being preserved. This part of Nigeria's history is not being preserved as it should be. The memory loss well that the African chiefs built is also not being preserved. The monument at the point of no return is practically falling apart. It has been under construction for over 10 years. That's a very long time. I believe that history plays a very important role in the development of a country. If you don't know where you're coming from, how do you know where you're going? If you make mistakes and you don't learn from them, how do we know how to move forward into the future? How do we know how to build the future if we're not keeping records of all the things that have happened in the past? I believe that within a couple years, if these places are not being preserved properly, we would have no history. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is to shine a light on the story of the slave trade in Nigeria. Secondly, is to showcase Badagry as one of the most important parts in Nigeria's slave history. I believe Badagry should be preserved not just for ourselves, but also for the people who are coming after us. They also need to know about where they're coming from. They also need to know their history. It was very mind-blowing going back in time to learn about how slave trade was started in Nigeria. That's all I have to share with you. If you like this video, please hit the like button.
yeah, man, check his channel out, you guys. Smash his like button and give us one as well. Yeah, this is very informative. I learned something new today. What about you?
It's heartbreaking. You know, knowing that I don't know everything, but this was a part I didn't want to know.
I mean,
This was heartbreaking and hurtful. Especially since a lot of times when people come on our channel, they're like, we look Nigerian. You know? So that was heartbreaking.
yeah, I just think we have to tell our story. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not going to be where we think is at when it's time to learn about it. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But these places do need to be preserved.
It does, man.
And
10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long time for a building that's been never been worked on since.
Definitely. I feel like, you know, like Ghana has a lot of tourism. I'm not sure about Nigeria, but I feel like the people who are moving to Nigeria from America, they should go and preserve it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, that's our history. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our join feature to become a VIP member of the channel. Send in more reaction requests through our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.